So Democrats' favorite new governor, Andrew Cuomo, is making them swoon, and he has a new partner in getting his plan up to speed to reopen the economy. Let's throw up this Matt Stoller tweet. He's the one that sort of brought it to our attention. McKinsey is going to help Cuomo to develop Trump-proof economic reopening plan. Of course, Matt with a great comment there, Siri, what is the most Democratic headline of the pandemic? Because, of course, the Democratic Party is essentially the party of McKinsey at this point. It's like what all of them want their children to aspire to grow up, what company do they want them to work at. McKinsey, famously, of course, the place where Pete Buttigieg cut his chop.
And that is what Matt pointed out is like the most Democratic thing of all time is not just hiring McKinsey, but we know what is the McKinsey strategy? McKinsey strategy, they come into like a thriving, or it's not a semi-thriving American business, and they're like, you know what? The way that we increase shareholder value is we fire 75% of the workforce, send as much of this stuff over to China
fix the bread prices,
possible, fix bread prices, collateralize the debt, and sell it to like a Russian oligarchical firm to be traded into another security, and then, we're good to go. They write a little report recommending that, stamp McKinsey on it, they get paid a lot of money, everybody gets screwed. That's basically what these people do.
Now, I do want to say, in fairness, apparently, I was just looking, the Trump administration has also hired McKinsey for aspects of the pandemic response, which also says it all. Mercenaries on both sides of the coin there. But no, I mean, I think it's like just so perfectly emblematic. I think maybe the Democratic Party should hire McKinsey to come up with a plan for winning back white working class voters. I think that'd be really a smart move for them. I'm sure the DNC is all over it right now.
Smart. And the funny part is like this is like a science-based intensive plan for how to reopen economies of the 7 states without minimizing the spread of the virus. And so it's so perfect, which is we know that McKinsey and Governor Cuomo probably at this point, all these people have one goal, which is to get big business back to work as fast as humanly possible and giving them everything that they need. McKinsey is built as an organization in order to optimize CEO and shareholder value, not worker value. That is explicitly against what they stand for, and that's why it's very dangerous when we allow these types of firms to get involved in public policy. The Defense Department is literally infiltrated by these people. So are all of the agencies. None of them could run without any of these optimizing consultants. And now New York State is getting in on this. It's just the perfect encapsulation, both of the Democratic Party, but it's a Republican thing too. And it shows you just how so much of our economy is run by these like financial overlords like McKinsey.
And they'll find a way to, to make a fancy,
of course, they're
nice
make a lot of
profit.
money.
Here in the middle of this crisis. And let's be clear about these are not patriots. These are not people who are looking out for the good of the American people. They're happy to go around the world and offer advice to MBS and, in China and all kinds of countries and dictators and authoritarian regimes as well. That's what they do. That's what they're all about. Again, where Pete Buttigieg came from. And I think it's just another element of the way that the government has approached this response. They bring in the Wall Streeters. They bring in the CEOs. They pay lip service to the workers while throwing them a few crumbs in an inadequate, crumbling system where they can't even get the benefits that they're owed, where, the $1,200 aren't going out, where the small business fund runs dry. Meanwhile, so that's one part of the response. And then the other part of the response is bringing in McKinsey to Trump-proof the economic reopening plan, whatever that means.
Right. Well, it just shows you the bipartisanship on how much of this runs. And, they have a lot of power. I mean, I've seen it kind of first up. And I've been to some of these White House meetings when I was a journalist, and I would cover like watching all these lords of finance in the same room. And it really is surreal to watch like the top 100 CEOs all in the room, glad-handing, talking with the White House aides, trying to push their stuff. And I was like, wow, man, like this is really how it works. Like all in the East Room, and it's all out in the open. That's really the scary part about it. It just exists right there. Anybody can see it, and we just accept it as if this is the way
as if it's normal.
Supposed to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have more Rising for you after this.